Well, my movie maniacs at time, once again, welcome to the final cut. Thank you for joining us. And yes, we're already in awards season, and we're getting the wide release films of all those films that got Oscar buzz in the festival circuit and in limited release during the fall of last year. One of those films is The Revenant, brought to us by Alejandro Iñárritu, who directed Birdman, and here he's directing Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. Now, DiCaprio plays Hugh Glass, a gentleman who is mauled by a bear out in the woods and left for dead, and we see how his character tries to survive his wounds and the wilderness to get back to the fort to help get revenge on someone who did him wrong while he was wounded. And we see the trials and tribulations he goes through, as well as John Fitzgerald, the guy who he's trying to go after, and we see how these guys meet obstacles and eventually come to a clash in The Revenant. Wow, folks, this film is a visual spectacle. Alejandro showing once again his talent with the knowledge of how to camera and with the cinematographer that he has. They make this film a visual spectacle that must be seen on the big screen, okay? I was just blown away with some of the shots that we had in this film. It's just visually stunning. Some of these long tracking shots that we get, now they look like one takes, but just like with Birdman, they use some techniques in there, I'm sure, to make it more than one take. If not, it really had to be complicated to shoot. But there's a scene right in the beginning where we get a conflict between the Native Americans and the trappers, part of where Hugh Glass is a part of that group, and we see this battle going on, and we just follow him through this just mass of bodies and weapons and arrows flying around, and it's just, with it being one long type of shot, it really keeps that tension there. It really makes you, puts you right into it, where, you know, cut kind of takes you out of it and you don't feel quite as close. Here, you're up close and personal to the action, and you never go away from it, and it keeps that intensity there. And that's what I love about those long tracking shots. We get a number of those in here in the film. Another one of those longer takes is where Leo's character gets mauled by a bear. It's not a spoiler, that's in the trailer. Now, he's not getting raped by a bear. My lord, the internet really loves to run wild with some of these theories. No, the man seriously gets messed up by a bear in a scene that where the CGI could have been a little bit more spotty. Leo, his fear and the way he reacts to things helps sell this scene quite a bit and makes you feel really bad for the fact that he's getting gnawed on. You know, and then the rest of this film as well kind of felt like a Die Hard on the frontier of sorts. The stuff that Hugh Glass goes through. Now, Tom Hardy is the big surprise. Everybody's talking about Leo's performance in here, and I want to focus on Tom Hardy just for a minute. Fantastic performance by him. His character, John Fitzgerald, has many layers. Like an onion. No, but he has many layers in here, and I just loved the spot-on performance he had in here, and the particular scene between him and Leo that he had. Man, was it intense, and there wasn't really a whole lot going on, but just their performance of these two men really brings out that tension and shows you just how talented both these individuals are. Everybody else in here does well. You've got Domhnall Gleeson in here, who plays Captain Andrew. We've seen him just recently in The Force Awakens as General Hux. You got William Poulter in here playing Bridger. Enjoyed him. He's a younger guy in here. He kind of ends up getting stuck with Fitzgerald, and really enjoyed his performance as well. Enjoyed him in The Maze Runner, and especially in here. Folks, The Revenant is 2.5 hours long, and there are spots in here where you may want to be checking your clock just a little bit, but just as you're about to check it, something else happens that pulls you right back into this film, and that's exactly what The Revenant is. The Revenant, for me, gets 4.5 stubs. I had a really good time at this film, really enjoyed all the stuff going on with it, and granted, there is some problems with the suspension of disbelief, but, you know, just, it shows that Alejandro was trying to do more than just shock people, trying to do more than just a gory film. He was trying to make a visual art with this film, and I think he accomplishes that. So check out The Revenant. If you have, please leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on this. So close. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends and have them subscribe. I'd love to get to 1,000 before July, and I can only do that with your support. Thank you so much, as always, to each and every one of you, and until next time, keep that ticket stub.